Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a rowdy couple in love that loves reacting to some RWBY.
It's season 5.
It's season 5, volume 5.
Sorry, volume 5.
So this is RWBY volume 5, episode 1, or chapter 1, and we're checking out. If you want all of our RWBY reactions, check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you, as well as a link to our Patreon. Get early ad-free access to our reactions.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Volume 5.
Volume 5.
Get a new theme song.
Yeah.
The city of Mistral.
It's about time. Whose idea was it to walk again?
Well, we did face many obstacles. Broken airships, destroyed settlements.
Oh, and, you know, all those people and monsters that tried to murder us.
We were fine. Only one of us almost died.
Hey.
Hey.
Like
So how much farther to
bit of an animation upgrade.
Yeah.
Almost there. I'd have figured I'd take you kids on the scenic route.
It's okay, Becky. Whoa.
Nice.
That is very pretty.
That's certainly something.
Oh my gosh, look at all the weapons!
Look at all the
I'll
weapons.
tell you just about anything, whether they should or not.
They really made the most out of these mountains.
Every inch. And stay away from the lower levels. But the higher up you go, the nicer it gets.
And we are going up! So, how much farther?
We're in the home stretch now. No more stops from here to Mistral. Sorry for the long trip. Keeping us off the radar's been harder than I thought. Lots of air traffic around northern Anima.
It's fine. I just hope I haven't been a burden.
You and your money are more than welcome on this ship, kid. What the?
Is everything okay?
I don't know. I'm still over Lake Matsu. Shouldn't be picking up broadcasts this far from Mistral. Someone must be close.
Mayday! Mayday! We are a small passenger flight and our Huntress is down! We aren't equipped to deal with this!
Oh, man.
The Grim hit us 400 clicks north of the southern shoreline. Get him off us! If anyone can hear this...
We're going to help them, right?
What? No. I'm trying to avoid them.
But they'll die.
Look, if we picked up their transmission, I'm sure someone else did too.
You don't know that,
Besides,
though.
This is a cargo ship. She's not much good in a fight. I just want to finish this job and get home. Sorry, kid. My ship, my rules.
Yeah. I have a feeling like Weiss is gonna like stumble upon them later, and they're just all gonna be dead and slaughtered, and she's gonna feel incredibly guilty.
We made it. Hello? Hello? Maybe try louder?
There doesn't seem to be anyone here.
Well, I guess school isn't really in session right now. Maybe that's it.
No.
This isn't right.
Yep.
Come on.
Trust your gut.
Wait for us!
Get ready. There could be trouble.
Maybe you should like extended it forward when you're
Yeah.
so like back. Got her little like grenade launcher.
Professor Lionheart?
Crow! For crying out loud, you nearly scared me half to death!
Me? Why weren't you waiting for us at the entrance?
Huh? Oh, right. Apologies. I guess time slipped away from me.
You're joking.
You smoking a doobie?
Where is everybody?
Ah, you must be the students Crow mentioned.
Yes, sir. Ruby Rose.
Jean Arc.
Nora Valkyrie.
Lyren.
A pleasure to meet you all. Leonardo Lionheart at your service. I'm afraid most of my staff is currently away until classes resume, but...
What? Leo, you can't be serious. Who's guarding the relic?
Crow, the children!
Already know. I filled them in. What do you mean your staff is away?
You filled them in?
So, is this not going at all like anyone thought it would?
Nothing gets by you, Nora.
Unbelievable!
Total garbage. We can't let them get away with this!
Jinx.
Well, at least you two can finally agree on something.
She's so proud.
Guys, everything's gonna be okay.
There you go. When'd you get optimistic?
Yeah.
Good evening, miss. Can I get you anything?
Just a little time to myself, if that's all right.
Sure thing. Just call if you need me.
Seemed kind of young to be a guard.
You need better security.
It's because your guard's 14 years old.
Please, I just need to talk.
How could you take the fall for them, Ilya?
Blake.
Corsic and Finnick blamed you. We confronted them tonight and they denied knowing anything, and everything we found on your scroll, it talked about how disappointed they were to hear that you'd sided with Adam. But you and I both know they're guilty.
You can't prove anything.
That scroll might not have been enough to lock them up, but it's enough to sway the Faunas here. When we go public tomorrow, they're not going to stand for any of it. And neither should you.
Your plan isn't gonna work, Blake. Please. Just leave Menagerie before it's too late.
Oh, shit.
You're going to have to make me.
Yeah, I figured that was coming.
I know.
I have to say, Crow, this all seems very reckless, even for you.
No, reckless is leaving one of the relics completely unguarded. It's not checking in with Oz for ages.
There was nothing to check in about before the fall of Beacon, but since that day, Mistral has been in chaos. Vale wasn't the only kingdom to suffer that night. Everyone was watching. Every house in every kingdom saw that poor girl ripped to pieces, saw monsters crawling over the city, Atlesian knights attacking citizens, and then nothing. You could feel the dread in the air. With all that negativity, you can imagine what it was like when the Grimm came for us. Mistral's controlled territory is the widest reaching in the world, you know, and that makes it infinitely harder to protect. We lost so many great huntsmen, teachers from this very institution. And it's only gotten worse.
What do you mean?
We may have dealt with the Grimm, but the Mistral Council's still at odds with representatives from Atlas. First, it was the dust embargo. Now it's the closing of borders. I'm not sure what happened to James in Vale, but it seems to have only worsened some of his more unfortunate tendencies. And on top of everything, we still don't know where the Spring Maiden is.
All the more reason we need the huntsman and huntresses here.
Okay. Things are bad. They're bad. But we can figure this out.
Together.
Why is the Spring Maiden so important?
I thought you filled them in.
Mostly filled in. Look, there's a lot to cover, okay? I quit teaching for a reason.
The 4 maidens each have the power to perform feats of magic. And they are the only ones capable of reaching the relics.
What?
The relics are each locked inside a chamber that can only be opened by a specific maiden. Winter for the gift of creation, summer for destruction, fall for choice, and spring for knowledge. Spring is the problem.
What happened to her?
No one knows.
She was determined at
Oh,
first
guess not.
when she inherited her powers. But the weight of responsibility proved to be too much for the child. She ran, abandoned her training, everyone. That was over a decade ago.
Damn.
There's no telling where she could be now.
I know. At least, I have a pretty good idea.
Are you serious?
It's not exactly good news.
What are you talking about? This is incredible news! After all these years, where?
I did some digging around. Looks like after Spring ran away, she was picked up by bandits, specifically the Brownwind tribe.
Raven.
Crap.
Yang's mom?
That's right. That's about where they've set up their main camp. It's where they fall back to after raids and scouting missions. Raven's managed to gain a lot of followers since she returned to the tribe. And I'm sure when the Spring Maiden showed up, it only made things easier.
Well, Crow, I've got to hand it to you. With these coordinates, we can mount a retrieval force and head out in a few weeks.
A few weeks?
That's right.
Leo, maybe you didn't hear me. My sister has the Spring Maiden, and I know where she is. We need to go as soon as possible.
Well, that was just unnecessary.
And perhaps you didn't hear me. This kingdom is in shambles. As soon as possible does not mean tomorrow. It means as soon as I can convince the rest of the council that I need huntsmen more than they do. Unfortunately, bandit tribes aren't very high on their list of priorities when the threat of war is just on the horizon.
Then damn the council. We'll do it ourselves. You and I are trained huntsmen, and these kids aren't exactly pushovers.
There you go. Yeah, that made him so proud.
There's a more peaceful way to approach this?
We need to get Spring as far away from here as possible. But Raven isn't going to give up her most prized possession without a fight.
Unfortunately, you and your sister are evenly matched, and I'm not the fighter I used to be. No offense, but these students and I can't take on an entire bandit tribe and a maiden that's no doubt had years to hone her skills. We need to be positive we can apprehend Spring, because if we fail, Raven and her tribe will scatter, and we'll be lost. We get one shot at this.
Better get it
And
right.
it needs to be perfect.
Someone needs to infiltrate the camp. Spy.
Gee, who would be perfect for that
You
assignment?
know, Oz wouldn't be happy with any of this if he were here.
Someone who
Perhaps
admits
you're
bad
right.
luck, perhaps?
But he's not. I'm doing the very best I can.
There has to be
I don't
something
think they
we can
trust him,
do.
though.
What about Cinder? She came with Emerald and Mercury from Haven. Do you have anything on them?
We pulled their files after the fall of Beacon. Nothing but lies and forgeries.
Of course.
Naturally.
Well, I can't
You'll
say
get your
this has
revenge
been
on
a
him.
warm reunion, Leo.
I'm sorry. I know you've all traveled a long way, but I will do everything I can to help.
Sure. We'll stay in the city for the time being. Local comms are still up. Keep in touch. Come on, kids.
It was nice meeting you, Professor.
Likewise.
Ruby's got such good manners.
Mm-hmm.
Leo, we have got to work on your improvisational skills.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's been gotten
So,
to.
what do we do now?
You four head back to the house. I need a drink.
Oh, this means Oz. Or Oscar. That's holding Oz.
Excuse me.
You know, I don't think they allow kids in here, Pipsqueak.
Shut up, I'm getting there. I'm supposed to tell you I'd like my cane back.
That was almost a smile.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to see you again, Oz.
Of course, the bartender.
Aren't you a little young to be drinking?
Water. It's hot out.
Oh, sure.
Are you telling me you're too young to drink? You look like a regular huntress. And a beauty at that.
Ugh.
I'm good. Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
Seriously. Not too bulky, not too lean.
Got like a cowboy western vibe.
You're
Just right.
Yep.
Yep. Like I said, I'm good.
Like the
She's gonna
Goldilocks reference there.
lay flat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes! Oh, the tooth flying! Great. Oh!
I said that she was gonna lay him flat. I didn't know she was gonna make him bounce.
Yeah!
This one's on the house. He's been driving me crazy.
It's okay, Yang.
So, what brings you around these parts?
She was thirsty.
Yep.
Thanks. And I'm looking for someone.
Not many people come out here, too far from the kingdoms. Only person worth noting around here is, well, Ray.
Raven Bronwyn. Thanks again.
Now, Missy, you don't want to go messing with bandits. They're a world of trouble.
So I hear.
Oh, that's just good. She is going after
Yep.
him. A little hair flip.
Hey, girly.
Seriously? This isn't over?
I heard you're looking for someone.
He's a bandit.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
Can I help you?
The voice in my head says.
Yeah, is there a Ruby Rose here?
Why?
Good friends.
Yep. So does he look that menacing?
I found him. I think her uncle could use some help.
Oh. I found him.
What is going on out there? Can't a girl read her comics in peace?
Yes, she reads comics. Great.
Crow, did you get drunk again?
Maybe.
You have silver eyes.
Who
Perceptive.
are you?
Well, my name is Oscar Pine.
Wait for it.
You probably know me as Professor Ozpen.
Nora with like, this guy? Oh, what a great ending.
That was perfect.
Yeah. I've forgotten that's
They're
where
in a nice place.
That's where we left that guy off last time. Oh, got a lot bigger.
That was a great final visual.
Mm-hmm. Great first episode for this volume. Really liked the scene with Yang and like, oh, you're not too skinny, you're not too big, I know, just right. That's the Goldilocks. That was perfect. And obviously like knocking his tooth out and bouncing him up and down out of the thing, like literally bouncing him out of there. It was fun.
But what I also love about that scene, which was, I think, shown visually so perfectly because it was subtle, but it was there, was how her hand was shaking afterwards.
Yeah.
Which tells you she's back, but not that she doesn't carry the scars of what she went through. Like, it was such a perfect way of doing that, because I think in a lot of shows, because the audience wants our heroes to be back, we want them to be who they were so bad that they'll often deliver that and like, oh, yep, Yang is healed, she's back, boom, we're ready to go. But the reality of the situation is if you've just been through a trauma like that, even as you are healing and moving beyond it, you're still going to carry it. There's still going to be some of that. And so like her first actual physical confrontation with somebody trying to mess with her, while she handled it beautifully, she was impacted by it. She was shaken by it.
You know, we thought that, said I was going to remember her name, but I didn't. It was like Isabel?
The witchy person?
No, the chameleon or whatever that Blake's was friends with.
Yeah, I just know her as the chameleon.
Okay.
I'm bad with names.
Thought that she was going to be, after seeing Blake's short, that she was going to have a big role in this one, and seems like that's coming to fruition. Nice to see Son and Blake's dad finally agree on something and get along.
Yeah. And with the chameleon, what I really enjoy about that too is, again, we're seeing how strong their bond once was, because she's coming to warn her, and Blake is saying, "You're going to have to make me," and she goes, "I know," and says it in a way that you know that she already knew that before she even showed up, but but she cared enough about Blake to show up anyway.
Yeah.
And that this is going to be really freaking hard for her to do.
The last scene was a lot of fun with Crow and Oscar and Ozpin and that whole deal. I loved Nora's reaction to the entire thing. Even when, like, Crow fell off the couch, she's like, what's with this? Her reactions were priceless. And we said it last time that, like, the Oscar and Ozpin stuff kind of, like, broke up some of the heavier moments. And it seems like they're going that route, too. And, like, and Crow's just, I mean, a ton of fun.
I'm still trying to fully wrap my head around the Ozpin, Oscar Pine, like how this all works, because it hasn't fully been explained to us in a way that I think we've been able to latch onto at this point in time. I mean, Oscar Pine obviously has Ozpin in it.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was just a random farm boy who Ozpin was able to go to have this sort of merging.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just curious to learn more about who Oscar Pine actually is and what his connection to all of this is that made him the person Ozpin had to go to.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want early ad-free access to our RWBY reactions, check out the description of this video because we got a link to our Patreon there. And we also have a playlist with all of our RWBY reactions here on YouTube, so check that out. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for RWBY Volume 5, Episode 1, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.